Hey guys, what's up? It's RDiK, Old School Duelist 12, everyone call me, and this is post-edit. So this episode was supposed to be a shorter episode of the Voidcast. A mini-cast is what I like to call them, but the episode ended up going a little bit long than I intended it to be. I just went on a giant rant. But the beginning of this episode is going to detail why I missed the episodes the last 2 weeks. Due to work, blah, 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 whatever. You'll learn about it in a second. But everything, hopefully, will go back to normal December 31st. Great way to end the year, and a great way to start the year. So stay tuned for the announcement of what's going on with the channel and everything else. And enjoy the show. Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk. And enjoy the show. Hey guys, it's RDiK, Old School Duelist, so everyone call me, and welcome to an episode of the mini-cast. So the mini-cast is just a smaller version of the Voidcast. Usually, I brought this up a while ago over the summer when I was taking a break from the Voidcast, but I still wanted to give you guys videos, so I created the mini-cast. The mini-cast is, like I said, it's just a shorter version of the Voidcast. I'm using this to kind of catch up on some things, on some topics that I've been wanting to talk about. As well as also give you guys a quick update what is going on the channel. So as you saw, I did post a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile the other day, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, I posted a Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. That was kind of like a test video just to see, one, how well it does, and two, how I feel about it, about bringing Yu-Gi-Oh back. So yeah, that's something that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the Yu-Gi-Oh videos in general. But as just as some like housekeeping and stuff like that, the reason why I haven't posted a video in the last 2 weeks is because work has been fucking crazy. I usually record on Sundays, or like I usually record over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But I just haven't had the time. Because I've been working a lot more nights on weekend, because I'm working on a project at work. So it requires me to work nights. Plus, as well as one of the guys quit at my job, so I have to doing like delivery, like the bread route and stuff like that. I've talked about it before. So we have to cover his shift. Me and the other guy, we had to cover the third guy's shift. So I'll be doing Saturday nights with him now, or I'll be doing Saturday nights until they find someone to replace the guy that quit. So yeah, recording might be a little bit harder, but I'm definitely going to go, or persist and get it done. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out a way to get it done. And that's also why I haven't been streaming on Twitch, because I usually stream on Tuesday nights around like 9 o'clock. But like I said, work has been crazy. I've been working for the past. Last week and this week I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then now this week is going to be Saturday, which kind of sucks. Yeah, it just really sucks because it takes time away from my girlfriend, as well as since we've been working these nights, it's just I haven't been spending a lot of time with her. I literally haven't had the time to spend with her. As well as I went to a St. Louis regional. December 9th, right? That's the date. Yeah, December 9th. I went there with the team. Don't worry, I did do some vlogging. It wasn't like all-day vlogging. So I'm going to be working on that and editing, putting that together, piecing that together for you guys, so you guys have a idea of what happened at at St. Louis. So yeah, don't worry, that video will be coming to you guys soon. When I don't know, but it'll be coming out hopefully soon. Like I said, hopefully soon. And so that brings us to video uploads. So starting December 31st, New Year's Eve, I will be starting to do videos 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to give you guys an idea. Tentatively, right now, the schedule for it is Monday will continue to be the Voidcast, Wednesday will be a Yu-Gi-Oh video, and Fridays will be the archive uploads. So basically, I just take my streams and upload it, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, which means I'm going to have to find another way to get some streams out there and some streams recorded. Don't worry, stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you guys up to date what the hell is going on with my streams. But yeah, I'm figuring out another day. I'm going to figure out some days to get some recording done. But December 31st is when the schedule will goes back to normal. This will probably be the only video from now to December 31st. Because we got Christmas coming up, so I got Christmas things to take care of. Plus, I still got work. Like, I'm still working nights, so like my schedule's still all fucked up and shit. So, yeah. So, remember, guys, starting December 31st, videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that is still possibly to change. Just like, you know, maybe I'll have a different idea for some uploads. So, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. But as of right now, December 31st, the videos come back as normal with a new schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday being the Voidcast, Wednesday being a Yu-Gi-Oh video for my Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and I want to bring back doing Yu-Gi-Oh on the channel just because that's like my roots. That's what really got me really interested in doing Yu-Gi-Oh. So that's what I really want to go back doing Yu-Gi-Oh. And then Friday being the archive uploads. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm excited to work on these. Trust me, I'm going to be working on some videos from now to Christmas to give you guys. And if because of work and all that fun stuff, like I said, I'm probably going to try and prep a bunch of videos to go up. So then when December 31st happens, I can just have those videos go, and then I'll be able to work on. I'll be ahead of schedule. I'll be able to give you guys some videos. I'll be able to work on some lot more good content videos, and just give you guys a bunch of stuff to just view for a while. So you guys will have a consistent uploads for a while until, like I said, until I can figure everything out that I want to do, because there's still like a lot of things that I want to do, and hopefully maybe one day I'll be up to 5 days a week. That'd be cool if I can do 5 days a week, but that requires a lot of free time, and I just don't have that right now at the moment. So let's get into the minicast, and I can shut up about this stuff. So there's a couple of videos I wanted to talk, or a couple of the topics I wanted to talk about, and first, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is out now. With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate being out, this topic becomes kind of like in a way irrelevant, but it's still something that I wanted to talk about on a previous episode, and that is 2 weeks prior to Super Smash Bros. Being out. It was leaked. Like, someone, just like with Pokemon Let's Go, someone got their hands on an official copy, a case that had they showed the card, had the serial code, so it was a legit card. They could trace that back to wherever. Who knows where they got it from? Could have been they knew somebody. They knew somebody, so they were to get one early, or like they worked in retail, like video game retail, and they just grabbed one. Or a store sold them, or they broke, sales the sales when they're able to sell the game, they just sold it to them early. Who knows where it came from? But this is becoming a really huge, serious problem, because with Pokemon Let's Go, it was leaked early. People, I think it was leaked a week early, so we were able to get we were able to get information on the game. They were just slowly data mining, seeing what can and cannot be done with the game. People were uploading cutscenes, gameplay, all that fun stuff, and it's different if it's a review copy, because that's for specific people people and companies to review the game spoiler free. Plus, they're obviously only able to talk about so much in the game because it's a review copy, and also gives the company more, the review company got it early, and they're just like, yo, change this. This is terrible, or this part right here is bad and it's clunky, whatever. So that gives the developers the chance to fix some things if needed, and yeah. So it really puts a damper on things. It gives a perspective. It puts a perspective for some of the casual gamers, the people that don't have a lot of money to spend on video games. So they try to make sure their money is worth it. So that's the kind of thing that I get why review copies. Now leaked copies, that's the part that really infuriates me, because potentially that means you have to pay attention to what videos you watch. It could be oh, here's a straight up spoiler in the game. Oh, here's this information that you didn't want to know. Different things like that, and that just kind of puts a damper, because I was on a Let's Go kick, dude. I was trying to learn almost anything I could, spoiler free in a way. So move sets, I was trying to steer clear of, just in case Let's Go, hey, or wanted to like leak or wanted to include some Pokemon in there, just as like a tease, like, hey, we're gonna put this in there just to see how people react to it. Or like, hidden legendaries or hidden evolutions, like, oh, we're gonna include Gorochu. I know we said we weren't going to, but people wanted it, so boom, it's in there. Stuff like that. Like, obviously Gorochu wasn't in the game, but it's little things like that that just bother the shit out of me. And that's why I have a issue with leaks as well. Like, I don't know, it just like, it puts out information for some people, like one of the competitive players. So it could be like, okay, well, like take Smash Bros. Or Smash Bros. Ultimate for an example. People could put out information, just like, data mining, put out information like, oh, Kid Icarus is faster in this compared to before, or his ultimate, his Smash is terrible compared to his other Smash. Just different things like that is good. And like the competitive Pokemon scene, you could be like, okay, well, we don't have this move and this move, so I'm going to prep to build this Pokemon this way. So little things like that I'm totally okay with, and like that's the type of like information I'm okay with getting leaked out. But it's like, story elements or like hidden evolutions or hidden legendary stuff like that just really gets under my skin when people leak that stuff intentionally. And that's the stuff where it's like, come on guys, don't do that. Like, at least save it. Like, yeah, it's cool, but you don't want to ruin it for, half of the player base that's going to play that game. Don't get me wrong, some people aren't going to care whether or not they know that, because they just don't care about spoilers. But there's still that majority of people that are going to play the game that don't want it leaked, or don't want like story elements spoiled for them, me included. I don't like when story elements of games are spoiled for me. It's just ruins the game for me, and then I don't care about the game anymore. So yeah, if you get your hands on a leaked copy, don't fucking leak it. Like, don't keep the stuff to yourself. Keep story elements to yourself. If you want to leak like, god damn, I'm so tired. If you want to leak like game information, like say like a Pokemon game, for like competitive play, want to leak like, oh, here's the moveset for X Pokemon, and here's Y stats for Pokemon. They got buffed. Okay, cool. This Pokemon's stronger now than before. So yeah, stuff like that I'm okay with, but like, don't leak story elements. Don't do it. Or hidden evolutions, or hidden things that normally wouldn't be said by the company. If it's said by the company, then yeah, go ahead and be like, oh yeah, Eevee's new evolution, dope as shit. Or hey, they didn't say that we had X character, or this character, they included Knuckles in the game. Don't do that. So moving on, because like I said, this is a short episode, so I don't want to keep it as long. The other thing I wanted to talk about was we got information on not Pokemon. We got more information on Monster Hunter World. So they announced an expansion coming out, the Ice Realm, I think it was called, or whatever. We're getting the ice maps, so we're getting probably an ice map. But here's the thing: it doesn't come out until autumn of 2019, so we get it next fall. Which, why even announce it? Like, yeah, you can get us hype and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I get bothered when companies announce things really fucking far in advance. That, like, I don't know, it pisses me off. I don't know why. Just like, I feel like if you're going to announce it 6 months when you can show a gameplay trailer or just more information, because the trailer we got, it was just kind of like a new rank, a new world, new monsters, and they just showed a cutscene of a Rathalos flying basically like he flies through the forest and then he flies across the sea and goes to like an ice island. That's it? That's all you're going to fucking show? They showed the eyeball, I think it was like a red eyeball, and like, I don't know, like that type of stuff bothers me. Yeah, it gives me hype. Yeah, I'm cool. We're getting an ice thing, because the ice maps are just, house some of the most iconic monsters. Like, say the Balaganga, the ice baboon. We got the Lagambi, my favorite monster, which is basically a snow bunny. And then you got the Tigrex, which the Tigrex predominantly does show up in the ice map. Like, there is, like in some games, like there is fights, you can fight the Tigrex in like a forest, but the Tigrex predominantly is going to be an ice realm. And then we got the Barith, which is a like saber-tooth ice dragon type of thing. That thing is fucking cool. Pretty sure we're gonna get that. That's another favorite of the fans. Well, I wouldn't say favorites. That is definitely a well-known monster in the ice world. It's an older monster, yes, but it's still a known monster for the ice realm. And then, the Narkuga, there is like a fight I think in Generation Ultimate, where you do fight the Narkuga in the ice map, but I don't think it predominantly presides in the ice realm. But I know, like I said, then you could put this is an excuse to put a mammoth, the giant, mammoth, basically. And, there's a lot of different things that people could go from here, that Capcom could do with this. They could count it as a free DLC expansion, like they've done with so many other of their Monster Hunter games. Just all the DLC has been free. Never once has DLC been paid for Monster Hunter. So they could do this as a free DLC, a free expansion, just to include, they can just throw in a couple of monsters, or not even, they can throw in maybe 5 to 10 monsters. They can do some ice monsters. They can include some monsters that you can fight in the ice world, but can be done other places, and all that fun stuff. And then you can create, because they've already created 3 new Elder Dragons for Monster Hunter World. They could create a 4th new Elder Dragon just for a world and have it be an ice dragon. So it gives you that story element. Just basically continue the story and stuff like that. Or the other thing that I really don't like is they can just fuck us over completely, just fuck over the fan base. Because, let's be honest, I like World. World was a good game. It is a beautiful game. The mechanics, they're just so tight and just so well done. The game is very, very well done. But here's the reason why I don't play World anymore. The reason why I don't play World anymore is because the game is so boring and short. So, in the previous Monster Hunter games, they had G rank, so that that's the Hunter rank that's going to be coming to World. We're gonna get G rank, so we're gonna get the hyper monsters probably instead of the arc tempered. Arc tempered's still a thing, but now you could do arc tempered hyper monsters, and hyper monster is a staple in the game. It has just been just a long time thing that's been in the game, and something that you're just yes, this is a thing. This is fucking cool as shit. And what hyper monsters are, for people that don't know what a hyper monster is just a stronger stat boosted monster. You could say, well, it's just arc tempered. No, here's the difference. Arc tempered, they are just raised stats. Hyper monsters, they will have a red aura around them, around whatever body part that has a chance to do damage. Arc-tempered monsters just have their stats buffed, which means in general their attack is buffed, their defense is buffed, their health is buffed, their speed is buffed. But hyper monsters, their health is buffed, but you'll have a red aura around, say, their tail. So when they do their tail attack, that one single attack with their tail will charge and will be a stronger attack. But if they do a bite or something, it'll still be a regular bite. And they're also, hyper monsters are always enraged. They're just forever just going to be pissed off at you. So that's the difference between an arc tempered and a hyper monster. Arc tempered, all their stats are just buffed. So what are you going to? So you could argue that arc tempered monsters are better overall, just better than a regular monster. But here's also the thing. Enraged monsters in World just don't seem that much more difficult in World. Say an Anjanath. Anjanath's a perfect example. When an Anjanath is enraged, its fin stick up, its back fin stick up, it starts shooting fire and stuff like that. But it doesn't become harder. It just shoots fire and it's angry, and it's always gonna, it's just, if you're being solo, it's gonna be fucking aggroed to you non-stop until it calms down. From what I've noticed in Generation, when the monster is enraged, it gives them a whole new perspective. You can say, the Anjanath, the whole new perspective is it shoots fire. In Generation's Ultimate, perfect example. Here's a perfect example. There's a monster called the Rajang. It basically is a lightning monkey. It has 3 forms when it's enraged. It has its regular standard form, it shoots like random fire bolts at you, it picks up a rock and throws at you. Then it has form 2, which means its stats buff, and I know this for a fact. It hits harder, its electric attack, it has a whole new set of electric attacks, and it's a lot faster. So that's just one monster in Generation Ultimate. Then you have its third form, which I like to call the different forms, because it when it enrages, it like gains golden hair that sticks up. So I always like to call it Super Saiyan, and then Super Saiyan 2. But its third form, its Super Saiyan 2 form, it gains a red aura, kind of like Kaioken in a way, basically. So basically like Super Saiyan Kaioken, but Super Saiyan 2. So it gains a red aura, which means its attacks again are going to deal harder. They're going to deal a harder hit. It's again a lot more faster. Plus, it only gains one new electric attack, but that's just one monster that has 3 different forms to show like there is a difference. Now, a raged one, most of the time, its fists are the ones that are going to be doing most of the damage. But every once in a while, its mouth, or its head gets the red aura, so its electric attacks are going to. So it's like mouth electrical attacks are going to deal more damage. So yeah, and that's only one monster in Generation Ultimate. Plus, Generation Ultimate has 60 more monsters compared to Generation World. I've talked about this before. The difference between World and Generation. And like that one monster alone, it made me want to stop playing Generation Ultimate because it was really hard and I couldn't get past it. I picked up Generations Ultimate again. I beat the monster first try. I probably just needed a break from it, and then I was able. And since I knew how it worked, I got right through it. But yeah, this just proves the point that monsters and Generation Ultimate, to me, is the superior Monster Hunter game. It sticks with the harder, it has a lot more monsters. That's just like, to me, that is a definitive argument for a difference to show which one's better. It gives you a plethora of monsters, more monsters to fight. One, it has all its maps right there from the start. You don't add any maps. There's all its maps are in the game. The DLC is free, and it's constantly getting new DLC every month. Like once a month, they add like a new batch of just new quests, different armors you can get, like special armors, like different anime armors, different video game armors, stuff like that. Plus they have different packs depending on like if it's a holiday or something like that. Like Halloween, they'll give you like a pack and then just give you a bunch of like cool free items to use like within fights and stuff like that. And here's the other thing: the controls are just as tight and just as good as World. The graphics, they're not as good as World. So if you're a graphics person, then obviously you're going to pick World. Like if you care so much about graphics, you're not going to play Generations. But if you're just a diehard Monster Hunter fan, you're going to want to play Generation Ultimate. If you want good controls, good mechanics, a lengthy play, then you're going to want to play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Just Generations Ultimate is definitely the superior Monster Hunter game. My only complaint about Generations Ultimate, the graphics, they just got like a facelift, because before Monster Hunter used to be like a 3DS game. Like once we get it, the Ultimate series, Monster Hunter was a 3DS game, like the Ultimate series, and that just kind of like became like the standard Monster Hunter game. But yeah, Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate, or just Monster Hunter in general, Gen U is just the benefit, like the game. That is the game to play. That is the game you want. Just if you don't have a Switch, borrow somebody's Switch. Hell, if you have a 3DS, play the 3DS version, and you will appreciate it so much more. Just Generation Ultimate has a lot more to offer compared to World. Quests, armors, monsters, levels, controls. You got 3 different hunter rank tiers. You got low rank, high rank, and then G rank. Plus and once you get into G rank, you're hitting... you're hitting hyper monsters, and I already explained what hyper monsters are. Plus, you have a lot more Elder Dragons. You got the Kirin, you got the Chameleos, you got the Altreon, you got what is it? You got the Shigeru Magala, you got the I'm just drawing a blank on. I want to say there's probably like 10 Elder Dragons in Generation Ultimate alone. Plus, like, it has it's not like really like a story, but they do give you like some type of story compared to like World. World gives you I guess if you want to call it a story, they give you a better story. But overall, it's the same thing. You're just beating the shit out of monsters, carving them, building armors, repeat. And you get to explore, you get to see cool things, you get to build cool ass armors, you get to do cool ass quests for cool ass armors. Like the quest that I'm building up to do, I'm just working to get in better armor, is there is a Yu-Gi-Oh quest and Generation Ultimate where you can get your cat Dark Magician armor, and that is the fucking bomb diggityest cool ass armor. And you fight a Shigeru Magala, and it's supposed to be like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So yeah, that's just really fucking cool. But yeah, Ice Realm, or this expansion coming to Monster Hunter, it is literally going to determine whether or not I want to continue playing World or not. Like, I want to continue supporting Monster Hunter World or not. Monster Hunter World, like I said, is a beautiful game. The controls are tight, the graphics are good. But once you beat the story, or like the solo campaign, once you beat the point of like the story of the game, it becomes stale. Their idea of a new monster is, hey, here's a new monster. Oh, it's Arc-Tempered. You know the Rathalos? Here's an Arc-Tempered Rathalos. Oh, you want an Elder Dragon? Here's an Arc-Tempered Kirin. No one cares. Like, I want to fight something new. Like, Generation Yes, if you stick to only the key quests, you will fight like this. They're going to fight the same batch of monsters throughout it. But there's also a ton of just optional monsters that you don't have to fight. Granted, yes, they do add new monsters throughout. Like, I'm not saying like it's only the same batch of monsters throughout like your key quests. But your key quests, they also throw in new monsters as key quests as well. Like, Hunter Rank, they give you the Narskula, you have to fight the Plesioth, and then you never have to fight the Plesioth again. You fight the Narskula, you don't have to fight the Narskula. You fight the Narskula once as a key quest, you fight the Gravos once as a key quest. And it's just, there's so many things and so many monsters and so many armors you can do. Like, it is fucking more. You will get more than your money's worth out of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, even Generations for the 3DS. I mean, if you don't have a Switch, you will get your money's worth out of this game. World, you might just barely get your money's worth out of it, to be completely honest, unless you're okay with fighting the same monsters just a little bit harder every time. Then yeah, you're gonna get your money's worth out of that. But if you just want tons of different monsters, if you don't want to fight the same Rathalos 6 times, you don't want to fight a Rathalos and then a harder Rathalos and then an Azure Rathalos. If you want to get out of that and just be like, I'm going to fight a Rathalos. Okay, I'm going to fight a Gold Rathalos. Oh, what is this? This is, an Astalos. What the fuck is an Astalos? Oh, here's a Baceros. I don't have to fight it, but I can if I want to. Monster Hunter Generations, just to me, is, like I said, is the definitive game to play if you want to become a hardcore Monster Hunter fan, if you want to play Monster Hunter forever, if you want to get a good year out of Monster Hunter off just the base game, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Plus, just like I said, you have DLC, you have all these badass fucking armors you can unlock, you have all these insane monsters that you can fight, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But they're there, and you get some badass fucking armors out of it. It's just, like I said, I'm passionate. I'm a diehard Monster Hunter fan. I've been playing Monster Hunter for so long, since PSP era. Granted, I know that's not that long in comparison to how long Monster Hunter's been around. It's been around since PS2. And I've gone back and played the PS2 Monster Hunters, and it shows how much Monster Hunter has grown as a game. Like I said, don't get me wrong, Monster Hunter World is I just want to recap on this. Monster Hunter World is an amazing game. It is great. Its controls are tight. Its graphics are fucking phenomenal. The new monsters that they did create for the game, the Valhazak, the Teostra, not the Teostra, what else is that monster? The Xenojiva, the Nergigante, the Pookie, the monsters they did create specifically for World. They are beautiful monsters. I love the way they fight, and I just love everything about the new monsters. But here's the thing. Those new monsters are really all they really have to offer as something brand new. To me, their skill tree is kind of like, what's the best way to describe it? It's free. Because in older Monster Hunter games, this will be the last thing I'm going to quickly add to the argument. The way to do the skills in the game is just kind of like, hey, I got this jewel, I'm going to equip it. Boom, look at that, I have an attack buff of 1. Or a back attack buff, I think it's either 1 or 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10, but an attack buff of 10. Okay, cool. That's it. That's literally it. I'm gonna get this gem. Boom, I got it. In Generations Ultimate, they do it a lot different. So you have to accumulate 10 points of that skill. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this. This gives me +1 to my stuff. You don't get that +1 until you have a total of 10 points total. You're adding 10 points total. So you have to get a total of adding 10 points to get that 10 points. So it's not just like you have to, it gives you more armor building. It gives you, say, hey, this is a monster that I can easily just smash its face in really hard. So I'm going to use this armor that gives me an attack medium buff for, attack large or attack small, whatever. And also gives me a resist small of, it does lightning damage. Okay, I'm going to get the armor that gives me an attack buff. Plus an element resistance to that to that element. So there's that. It allows you to strategize more. That's going into the monster. If you don't do the research on the monster, because I do research on the monsters. I have an app specifically, an amazing app, Monster Hunter Genu database. That's what it's called. An Android, Apple. I don't know if it is app on Apple, but an Android store. Monster Hunter Genu database, and it gives you all the information on Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Monsters and Monster Hunter Generations. It just gives you tons of information. It gives you, it tells you its percentage drop on the different items. It gives you percentage drops on, or it gives you percentages on the attacks. It gives you, what it's weak to, what traps and other items you can use on this monster. It is just overall an amazing fucking app, and I love this app, and I will forever use this company's apps till I'm done with Monster Hunter, which will probably never. So the information it gives you is just amazing. It's just amazing. I love it. So yeah, like I said, Monster Hunter Genu, Monster Hunter Genu is just phenomenal game. It is the Monster Hunter game to play if you want to get your money's worth. Granted, you have to buy a whole new system just to play the game if you don't have a Switch. But if you have a 3DS, you can play the game just minus some of the newer monsters. You don't get some of the different deviants, and you don't get the new face monsters, what is the Valstrax. But other than that, Monster Hunter Generations on the 3DS is still just as amazing. I mean, you probably won't get enough play, you won't get the playtime out of it because it's a smaller screen. Not gonna lie, my hands cramp up a little bit after maybe 3 or 4 hours of playing on the 3DS, just because it's kind of awkward to hold. But on the Switch, it's comfortable. I can play Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate until the battery dies, let it charge, and then play it again. Plus, you can play it on the TV. You can play Generations on the TV. That's fucking amazing. Sorry, I'm passionate about Monster Hunter. Like I said, it's my favorite franchise. It used to be Halo, but after Halo 4, I've been kind of disappointed with Halo. So Halo is no longer my favorite franchise. But Monster Hunter, I've loved it since day one of playing it on PSP when I played Freedom. I think it was Freedom Unite or something like that. When I played it on the PSP, the first one on the PSP, then I played Freedom Unite 2. Or Freedom, and then Freedom, I don't know. When I played the ones on PSP, when I first played it on PSP, the first Monster Hunter on PSP, I fell in love with the game. The game was simply just amazing. So I'm going to forever love Monster Hunter. I've loved it since that day. I still love it to this day. Since I no longer love Halo, Monster Hunter is now my newest franchise, or like my favorite franchise of all time, and I will forever defend Monster Hunter till the day I die, because I love Monster Hunter. But yeah, back to the original topic that I was trying to talk about, which was the Ice DLC expansion, the Ice Realm expansion coming to Monster Hunter World. Right now, we can only speculate on what it's going to be. I really hope, my personal opinion, I hope they can give us more than just, say 5 monsters, 4 basic monsters, an Elder Dragon for the Ice Realm. And then, at most, you'll get maybe, 10 armors out of it. 10 to 20 armors out of it. That's not really a lot. Well, if it's 20. 10 to 15 new armors. So that's kind of, it's kind of shitty. Like I said, it's kind of shitty. If that's what to do. Plus, if they charge us, I've talked to my friends. They said if they're going to charge us, then they're not going to buy it. Which, it makes sense. I personally don't want to buy DLC for Monster Hunter, especially Monster Hunter, my favorite franchise that has never had paid DLC. Granted, if they charge it, then that's what they want to do. They want to charge it. I'll probably end up picking it up, but if it's more than $25, I'm not going to buy it, because think about it. I mean, if it offers more than what I'm guessing, and like I said, I'm only speculating right now because that's all we can do. I'm speculating they're going to charge probably $25 for this expansion. The Lagambi is definitely going to be in it. I can almost 99.99% guarantee they're going to put the Lagambi in it, because the Lagambi is just a staple ice monster. It's been in damn near every single Monster Hunter game up to date. Plus, the Lagambi just got a Deviant in Generation Ultimate. But yeah, so 99.99% guarantee the Lagambi is going to be in it. I feel like they're going to add the Tigrex. They might do the Zamtrios or the Blaganga. I'm really hoping for the Zamtrios, just the Ice Shark. And they're probably going to include pretty sure there is an Ice Elder Dragon. I'm pretty sure you could just look it up and see if there is an Ice Elder Dragon. I can almost guarantee there actually is an Ice Elder Dragon. They either might include an old Ice Elder Dragon, or they'll create a new Ice Elder Dragon. And then, that's 5 monsters right there. And they're probably going to charge us $25. My hope is they include, I'll be happy with 10 monsters. If you're going to charge us $25, give us 10 monsters, 2 of them being Elder Dragons. Either a new one or an old one, 2 new ones, 2 old ones. I want 2 new Ice Elder Dragons, which I know for a fact there is 2 Elder Dragons. There is minimum 2 Ice Elder Dragons. I'm actually prepping to fight an Ice Elder Dragon in Generation Ultimate. So they exist. They fucking exist. So you can either create a new one and bring back an old one, or you can bring back 2 old ones, just an homage to longtime fans. But if you can give us 10 monsters and 1 ice map, I will be totally happy with paying $25. But if you're only going to give us 5 monsters and 1 of them being an Elder Dragon, and you're going to charge us $25, yeah, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to buy this shit. But if they give it away, if they give it away for free, awesome. And you give us 5 monsters, I will be more than happy to download, review, and talk about it on the podcast. But, like I said, if you only give us 5 fucking monsters, and only 1 of them are an Elder Dragon, and you want to charge us $25 fucking dollars, Capcom, I'm sorry, you can go fuck yourself, and I will be done with Monster Hunter World. Generation Ultimate will be my main Monster Hunter game, and I will not touch Monster Hunter World ever again. But like I said, 10 monsters, and not even all of them have to be ice monsters. You can just give them a chance to fight them on the ice map, just to give an added element you got to deal with. But 10 monsters, and not all of them have to be ice monsters. They can include some monsters, give it some storyline stuff. They can include just some little tiny bullshit monsters, throw in a Jagia, or a Great Jaguar, a Jagia, or, a Velociprey, or a Velocidrome. You can put a Bulldrome, and be you can give it a whole story expansion type of thing, and lead up to the Ice Realm. So there's tons of things that they could do and do it right. But there also is the obvious bad way to do it, and I really feel like Capcom's going to try and do it that way. Capcom, do not fail me. You guys have yet to fail me in a Capcom game. Like, at least the Capcom games that I enjoy playing, you guys have yet to fail me on that front. Especially you guys have not 100% failed me in a Monster Hunter game. Like I said, Monster Hunter fun. I enjoyed playing it. It was a fucking blast of a time to play it on my Xbox on an amazing piece of hardware. It just felt clean, felt good. Graphics were amazing and beautiful to look at. I had tons of fun playing it. But, after I beat the game literally just got boring. It just got boring for me. So that's why I haven't played Monster Hunter World in a long, long time. So yeah, guys, Capcom, don't fail me. Please exceed my expectations. Please, just don't become a money grabbing. Don't turn Monster Hunter World into a money grabbing game just to make a quick buck. Because I will be pissed. You guys have a year to do this. You said it's coming out fall 2019. Don't fuck us. Please don't fuck us. But yeah, that is it. This episode actually turned into a full episode of the Voidcast. So if you made it all the way through, thank you guys so much for listening and or watching to this week's episode of the Voidcast, because that's basically what it is. I was going to try and keep to like 15-20 minutes, but Monster Hunter, I just went on a total rant for 30 minutes about Monster Hunter. And yeah, so I'm going to go get some lunch and finish getting ready for work. I might have time to play some Monster Hunter in between. So if you guys like what you're listening to, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're listening to it on YouTube, or you can follow me on anywhere else, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. I don't have it on Stitcher Radio, but iTunes, Audio Boom, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify is where the podcast goes up to. Remember, guys, December 31st, everything will go back to normal with adding 2 more days of uploading. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to tell me about the show, give me some stuff like that. You can go on Twitter at OSDuelist12 or not OSDuelist12. You can follow me on Facebook as well, facebook.com/OSDuelist12. And you can follow me on Twitch, because I will stream on Twitch. I will be trying to do more streams. I'm going to figure out a new schedule or just get some streams in, because it's been a while since I've streamed. So I'll probably try to get some streams in there coming up soon. And I also am planning a 10-hour follow stream where I just stream for 10 hours straight. I'll probably have some breaks in there, but I will have like a stream-a-thon, basically a follow-a-thon, for 10 hours streaming just all sorts of games. Friends will probably be included, like here and there, but I'm planning that. Don't know what day yet, but a day is coming up. I'm planning it. More than likely will happen in next month in January. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to know when, because as soon as I come up with a date that works, I will be posting it to Twitter and to Facebook. So go ahead and, like I said, follow me on Twitter at OSDuelist12. You can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/OSDuelist12. And yeah, so be prepared for that. And if you want to, don't forget to follow the Twitch. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the Twitch. But thank you guys, and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.